The Dalai Lama's visit has been met with much anticipation and interest, as China has shown it doesn't approve, and President Obama turned down a meeting with the spiritual leader in 2009.
So I express my thanks to him.
On Thursday, the Dalai Lama took questions outside of the White House after meeting with the U.S. president, a change from months ago when the president had other priorities than meeting with the Tibetan spiritual leader.
He didn't want to meet with him in order to avoid angering the Chinese. He probably wanted to set off on a good course with China instead of having a crisis right from the start of his administration.
Klaus Lares is a visiting scholar at the U.S. Library of Congress. He says that Mr. Obama postponed meeting with the Dalai Lama as a diplomatic move with China, which condemns the spiritual leader's positions on an autonomous Tibet. But after a less than warm reception from the Chinese during a visit in November, the Obama administration reconsidered.
The November meeting with the Chinese president last year was a very difficult meeting. Obama was treated very harshly and didn't really obtain any of his goals. So the reckoning now in the White House is we can just as well meet with the Dalai Lama.
The U.S.'s relationship with China is at the very best a tense one. America looks to China to help finance its growing deficit. China is skeptical over the strength of the U.S. dollar and how it will get its money back.
Effectively, it's a very intensive trade relationship, but of course the United States is a debtor to the Chinese. The Chinese theoretically could call the shots, but also the Chinese are interested in trading with the United States, with that huge market.
Don't ask a silly question.
The controversy over the Dalai Lama's visit appears to be as much diplomatically motivated as much as media-driven. In October, President Obama was criticized for not meeting the Buddhist leader during his visit to the U.S. last year. A true test of U.S.-China relations will come later this year when nations meet in Washington for a nuclear security summit. Just who China sends in its place to represent it will be a clear representation of how the meeting between the two leaders was received. Colin Campbell, The White House.